I think we're going to get rolling. Again, my name is Lauren and I am with Big Cartel Support, and I am joined today by Molly. And we are here to talk to you today about getting set up with Pinterest for your business. And just a first couple things I wanted to say is thank you so much for being here. I hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to Pisces season. We're going to try to keep this to about 20 minutes. And even though Mercury is retrograding on us, if you happen to have your window close on you, if you can't hear sound, just try to refresh your window and hop right back in. If you have to hop out early, no worries at all. We are actually going to be recording class. So if you signed up and you have to leave early, or if you come in late, not to worry, you will be sent a recording in about 24 hours after we're done airing the class. I'm going to be taking questions at the end, but Molly here is going to actually be typing in the chat for any questions that do come up. And any really super involved questions, we might just direct you to email us at support@bigcartel.com. But anything Molly and I can handle and talk about today in regards to Pinterest, we're going to try to get to that. So I'd like to just go over some of the things that we are going to cover today. First of all, we're going to talk about what is Pinterest. We're going to learn the basics about what is a pin, what is a board. We'll also go over how to create a Pinterest business account, which is a little different than just setting up your own Pinterest account, for your own personal use. And then we're going to talk a little bit about claiming your shop on Pinterest, enabling rich pins, and then adding a Pinterest save button to your shop. All of these things are ways to better help your potential customers find you and also make it to your shop and make that purchase. All right, so without further ado, we're going to get started. First of all, I would actually like to hop over to Big Cartel's Pinterest page. Now, Pinterest is the social media site that has kind of flown under the radar while these other bigger, more noisy social media sites, if you will, have kind of taken center stage. So we all know about Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, but Pinterest has really been chugging along and has become this quiet force in the social media world. The reason being is Pinterest has the most users per user that have money to spend and actually click through to spend that money. So if you've got stuff up on Pinterest, the chances of someone finding your stuff and then clicking through to your shop and buying are much greater. Pinterest is also really nice because it's a social media site that you don't have to do a ton of work if you don't want to. There are a few things that you can do just to make sure that your shop is pinnable, where people can take images from your shop and pin it to Pinterest, and then enable people who are just browsing, on Pinterest each day to find your things and click back over and make that purchase. You don't even necessarily have to create a Pinterest account if you don't want to, but there are some perks to doing that as well. So we're going to kind of go into that right now. So Big Cartel actually has their very own Pinterest page, and Pinterest allows you to take images, recipes, videos, and pin that to your account. Anything under the sun that you find inspiring, things that you want to promote, other artists that you like, all of this can be pinned into your Pinterest site. Now, what a board is a collection of pins that want to live together. So as you can see, we have an Open Your Shop with Big Cartel board. This board has all sorts of pins that we feel would make it easy for someone to find, open up their shop in a few clicks, and also help them really get started. Everything that we've pinned has, it could be our tier pricing. If you wanted to check that out, you could click over into that pin. It also has shop themes or shop layouts that we like, or even things that, we're really proud of, like Big Cartel is one of America's best small companies, according to Forbes magazine, and we're really proud of that. So we wanted to pin that to our board. So again, boards are a way for you to kind of collect pins that you kind of feel should all live in the same house. Now, what happens when you click into a pin? So Big Cartel, we've created our boards, but at the same time, we also have pins that we've pinned that aren't necessarily from us, but maybe from people that have shops open with Big Cartel. So for instance, we have this pin here from this Big Cartel shop of this really cute t-shirt. And what's so great about this is a rich pin, meaning all of the pertinent information that I need to know about this product, all I have to do is click over and it takes me directly to this person's shop. And what's even better is I can add something to the cart. And in just a few clicks, I have already begun the checkout process, which is so great because this is, again, the more clicks a person has to do to get to the checkout process, the higher likelihood that that person is going to get lost on the way to making that payment. And Pinterest makes it super easy to click all the way through there. So I wanted to also bring your attention to a brand new blog post that we have about getting set up with Pinterest for business. Molly will probably be able to share that link in the chat, so you can link there really easily. You'll want to bookmark this because this will actually take you through getting set up for Pinterest in just a few minutes. So this will also describe the things that we've been talking about, but it also talks a little bit about creating an account for yourself. And you, of course, can create an account just for something that you don't want to share publicly, and you can keep your boards private just for, not something that you want to share with the outside world. But if you wanted to create an account and really start curating those pins, curating that content, making it kind of this little collection of things that you find inspiring, and also your own products and things that you want to sell, Pinterest makes it very, very easy to do so. So we recommend, if you are going to use Pinterest as a way to kind of shout out your shop, that you create a business account. It really only takes a minute, and this allows you to have more control over your branding and content. So once you've created a business account on Pinterest, you're going to want to claim your shop on Pinterest. Now, claiming your shop, you're going to have to dig a little bit into your shop's code to do this. So you'll need to be on a paid plan for that. And the reason being is that claiming your website on Pinterest allows you to access stats on who is clicking what. And Pinterest isn't just going to give those stats away to anyone. So they want to make sure they verify your website by you adding a little snippet of code. And this article here in Pinterest Help Center will help you claim your website in no time flat. Now, the next thing I wanted to talk a little bit about is just allowing people to pin things from your Big Cartel shop. Now, there's a few different routes that you can go, and I'm going to actually hop over into my Big Cartel shop and show you a way, if you were to do if you didn't want to set up a Pinterest account, if you just wanted to allow people who are browsing your site to be able to pin things from your Big Cartel shop onto Pinterest, and that's it. We actually have a few themes that allow you to do that in just a few clicks. So you're going to want to head to the account section in your Big Cartel admin, and then go to the Customize Design section. Now here, the Luna theme is one I'd like to feature right now. I have the Luna theme going in my shop, but if you click the little wrench icon and you scroll down, you'll be able to see the option to show Pinterest Pin It button. Now, if I click that, and I'll click Save to make sure it stays put, when I click into a product now, I'll be able to save something. If I was a person who had my own Pinterest site and I wanted to save things to my Pinterest account or pin it to a board, this makes it super easy to do so. We also have other themes that shows social buttons, like your social media buttons to share. And I mean, you kind of will have to look through, but like Good Vibes, Nova, Snakebite, Me, these are all themes that have this built into the theme where it's just a toggle where you can click it on and off, and people will be able to share from your site. So if I were to, I want to save my changes. Cancel, I want to save. So once I save, and if I exit there and I go to look at my shop now, if I happen to be a shopper and I click in, you'll be able to see that Pin It button there. Now, there are many ways for people to pin your goods. This is the simplest way. If this was the one thing that you do, this is basically a set it and forget it, allow people to pin your items. But if you wanted to go that next step and enable people to create rich pins with your shop, a rich pin is exactly how it sounds. It is rich with information. If you wanted to head back to this pin, this rich pin shows me that here is the website, here is the name of the t-shirt. How do I get there? I just have to click one click and I'm right there. Rich pins allow data to be pulled from your Big Cartel shop and displayed on Pinterest to make that shopping experience so much easier. So if you wanted to really get started with the rich pin process, it's a two-step process. First, you'd have to add a little snippet of code to your shop. Again, this is something that if you are getting stuck, if you're on any of our paid plans, it really is just a little copy and paste into your shop's code. But if you're getting stuck, we absolutely can help out with that if you reach out at support@bigcartel.com, or just start a conversation with us from your shop's admin. And then you're going to apply for rich pins there. And the validation happens really, really quickly. But once you've embedded that snippet into your shop's code, go back to apply for that rich pin, and that validator should essentially pull that data, pull all that information about your products, and be able to put that up on Pinterest for you. Now, one thing that I did want to talk about, which is super easy, if you have a Big Cartel shop, you can use the rich pin validator, and all you need to do is just grab your URL, and that can be, if you're using a custom domain, you're going to want to use your custom domain that you're using with your Big Cartel shop. If you don't have a custom domain, not to worry, go ahead and use your Big Cartel URL, and there you can enter your valid URL here and just validate, and it's just a really fast step with your Big Cartel shop as well. So there really are a lot of ways to boost the information that Pinterest is able to pull from your shop. And this is, of course, without even having to create a Pinterest account on your own. This is just allowing your shoppers easier access, fewer clicks to get to your shop, add items to the cart, and make that purchase. One last thing I did want to talk about is if you are using a custom theme, or you wanted to make it super simple for someone who doesn't necessarily have like a browser extension running to help them pin things, or if you didn't want to, use the little share, it shows, your social media buttons in your theme. The save button is a great way to do that as well. This also, you have to dig a titch into your shop's code, but you can build your own button, and you can make it, it can appear any way that you want to. You can, choose different, you can select the language if you want to customize your button. This is also great, if you want things to display and look just perfect with your custom theme. So once you do that, you can use the widget builder, and then you copy and paste this button once you built it for people to be able to build that save button right into your shop. So there's a lot of different ways for you to kind of go about doing that. So there really is, again, if you don't want to even touch code, you can use the rich pin validator, and really that is all you have to do. If you wanted to dig a little bit more into your code, get a little more involved, you can create a save button. There's all these different avenues that you can go down to really enable people who are on Pinterest to pin your items. Now, a couple other things I wanted to talk about to be successful on Pinterest is, like most social media sites, you want to have great photography. Crisp, clear images are the things that get shared more, that get commented on more, that are really going to excite people and want to click over into your shop. So many phones have such great cameras. There's definitely ways, to have great photography and not be a professional photographer. Another wonderful thing about Pinterest is with social media sites like Instagram and Twitter, Facebook, we're kind of working with an algorithm, and those algorithms definitely reward people that are posting regularly, posting every day, commenting on posts, really, really active. With Pinterest, again, a lot of us are doing this as a side hustle, and if you just don't have the bandwidth to really be involved in a social media exchange or really digging into promotion with one social media site, Pinterest might be for you, because it's really something that if you set a few of these things, you can kind of set it and forget it. Because Pinterest is really intelligent. It also works with an algorithm, but it shows people who are clicking certain pins things that they would like as well. And it helps kind of fill their feed with things. And the more times your pin is shared by other people, again, this is going to boost you in what's going to be shared once somebody is clicking and pinning other things and saving to their boards. So Pinterest is really a great way. Again, if you don't have a ton of time to promote your shop, if you set a few things in motion, it's really your customers doing the work for you, really sharing those things for you. So if it's something that you wanted to add to your list to do, this first part of the year, it might be a great thing to really dip your toes into, and not having to get too involved, but still reaping the benefits of people being able to find your shop and click all the way through. All